will know somebody at the moment who is trapped either in rented accommodation or they're in, substandard accommodation or they're in temporary accommodation because we don't have the social housing we need in this country.
Well, yes, you say you want decent homes for everybody, but you're the one that decided that Labour Lords should vote against the government's nutrient neutrality plans, which they claim would have seen 100,000 new homes built.
The Conservatives failed to get round the table to make that happen. We put an amendment.
Things got heated on live TV as Labour's Angela Rayner and TV host Jeremy Clarkson clashed in a brutal showdown over the UK's housing crisis. But what made Rayner snap? And why are people saying this moment could redefine her political image forever? Buckle in, because
which could have delivered on the programme. The government weren't listening. We don't believe that you have to wreck our environment to deliver the homes. We can do both of those things.
Inflation is about to hit 6%. That's the highest rate since the early 90s, when the Conservatives have been in power for over a decade. That fears about inflation were unfounded. But working people across the country are starting the new year facing rising bills and ballooning prices. So how did he get it so wrong? Millions of British workers now face a further pay cut, and his Chancellor is handing them a tax hike.
This was no ordinary debate. It happened during a primetime political special. Angela Rayner, Labour's deputy leader, took the stage alongside Jeremy Clarkson, yes, that Jeremy Clarkson, to debate Britain's ongoing housing disaster. No one expected the fiery exchange that would follow. People are sleeping in mouldy flats, Jeremy. This is not a joke. Clarkson, known for his sharp tongue and blunt style, hit back hard, questioning Labour's recent votes on housing reforms. Rayner, visibly frustrated, interrupted multiple times, raising eyebrows in the studio and drawing gasps from the audience. The core of the argument: social housing, or the lack of it. Rayner passionately argued that families across the UK are trapped in substandard or temporary accommodation, and that it's the government's failure to act that's left thousands in crisis. But Clarkson struck a nerve. You talk about decent homes, he snapped, but Labour's Lords just voted against a key bill to fast-track affordable housing. So which is it, talk or action? Rayner's response. She lost her cool, accusing Clarkson of twisting facts and mocking the suffering of ordinary people. What followed was a flurry of back and forth so intense that the host had to step in to de-escalate. The backlash was immediate. Some viewers saw Rayner's outburst as a passionate defense of the working class. Others saw it as a breakdown in professionalism. Political commentators are now debating, did Angela Rayner go too far, or was she simply saying what others are afraid to say? She showed heart, but not control, one insider commented. And in politics, emotion is a double-edged sword. This wasn't just a political spat, it was a collision of two wildly different worlds. Angela Rayner, raised in social housing herself, sees the crisis as personal. Jeremy Clarkson, a figure often accused of being out of touch, represents the voice of frustration from a very different angle. The divide couldn't be clearer, and the public reaction reflects that split. Social media went into overdrive. Some praised Rayner for her raw honesty, saying it's about time politicians showed real emotion. Others accused her of turning the debate into a shouting match, undermining her credibility on a serious issue. And here's the twist: sources inside Labour say senior figures are not happy. With an election season approaching, Rayner's blow-up could either energize the party's base, or give critics ammunition to question her leadership potential. This debate may be over, but the housing crisis certainly isn't. Rayner has since doubled down on her message, vowing to push Labour further on housing reform. But Clarkson, he's hinted that he may take this conversation further, possibly in his next column or even his own show. So, was this an unfiltered moment of truth, or a political meltdown that could haunt Rayner for months to come? One thing is certain: the country's watching, and they won't forget what happened live on air. Now it's over to you. Did Angela Rayner cross the line, or was she finally saying what needed to be said? And what do you make of Jeremy Clarkson stepping into the political arena? Let's talk about it in the comments. Smash that like button, subscribe for more uncensored political showdowns, and ring the bell to stay ahead of the storm. Until next time, stay sharp, stay skeptical, and never stop questioning the headlines.
Like this video and subscribe my channel for latest political updates and Labour debate. Thanks for watching, guys.